There we go. Okay. Buttons ain't working right. Alright, I stopped that music a little too quickly, but I was a little delayed because I ate dinner late, and I wasn't really planning on eating dinner, but I was convinced that I should, so I did. I will probably pay for it because I had checkers, popcorn, chicken, and watched the latest premiere of the next chapter of Walton Files. So I'm sure this is going to be a great combo when I finally fall asleep. It's very good. You like spooky shit? Yeah, Walton Files. Holy cow. It's taken a turn that I did not expect, and I'm kind of pleased by it because it's not just it's sort of Five Nights, but it's not now. It's not now. I can't say much because if you watch it, you'll get it. But holy cow, that stuff's creepy. Don't watch it if you have a problem with, like, icky, gory kind of things. Because it is a little gory, but the thing is, this is sort of done in, like, MS... He did all this work in MS Paint. It was awesome. And, so for mangled people, it looks kind of, icky. So, I did say there might be some good news, and, yeah, there might be, because, I just saw this pop up on my feeds today. Our boy Nathanos has an end date for his job at Blizz. So, I know the guy doesn't like this played for such, heartening news and that, but I think it's worthwhile to play this in the background. For somebody who says that Sylvanas is his favorite character in the world, and he just loves her a bit so much that he had to put a self-insert in there with Nathanos. He did her character dirty. I liked Sylvanas. Why he made her such an idiot, I have no idea, but we've got an end date for his job. Now, everything kind of, there's various reports about why. According to his LinkedIn, he's out in, Minneapolis, St. Paul area. So, and the headquarters for Blizz is out in California. Now, if he was part of the rollover from, getting, when Blizz was bought up by Microsoft, he might have been part of the deal of, you gotta go, which is fine. This is fine. I think the better parts of Shadowlands wasn't his writing, honestly. I tend to think that his part was really doing that major overarching thing about the jailer and everything. His story, and that he's trying to warn us about the big bad thing coming. And you know what? That's not happening anymore. So now that we've got Metzen back, we all the things about, Sylvanas being in the maw picking up little its and bits of souls and trying to send them where they need to go, and who the hell knows where the Thanos has gone, and the jailer and his "and you don't know what's coming next" kind of thing. All I have to say is, that's gone.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And I'm so glad that that's not going to happen, so that I can sit there and I can say, without a shadow of a doubt, that Zoval, through his eons of sorting souls and sending them on their way, doesn't matter what their actions were, they belonged somewhere. And he just went crazy and said, no, we're not doing this. We're changing the system. You're all bad. You all get punished. And I'm going to eat on you. I'm going to take all your power. And everybody was, no, you can't do that. And he's like, watch me. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say that was the true story. That's the true ending of it. Because why the hell did we give Best Boy, who became the next Arbiter, a crown of will? It was right there. So, I don't know. I don't know what GDC is, but him asking about the place in the back of the hall selling carved turkey and roast beef sandwiches back too is his most important question about some event he's going to attend. Nobody answered this either. Well, at least he's a typical guy who thinks with his stomach. I don't know. What else has he got up here? Oh God, he wrote Visage Day. Weaving a story. Yeah, okay. There the team is growing. I think I saw that and I almost applied for that. Don't do an internship. I don't know how much of this is an op here, but that wasn't too bad a book. I still haven't finished it, but because it's just basically tales of how they deal with death and such. But I mean, Five-year sword. Hey, is that the sword that they were supposed to have in South Park? I almost want to say it is. Hang on. Let's see. I forgot what it was called. Park. Let's see. No, not just any old South Park. We make love, not Warcraft. What was the sword? The Sword of a Thousand Truths. Do you have a picture of the Sword of the Thousand Truths? Picture's too small to see. Yeah, that's helpful. Very helpful. Okay. Sword of a Thousand Truths. I was mostly prepared today. Sword of Truth. No, not that. Yeesh. No, it's not. It... Actually... No. Okay. The Sword of Truth. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. It's going to see. Okay. So, the Sword of a Thousand Truths actually looks like a re-envisioned version of Frostmourne. That is definitely a Death Knight type sword. Definitely two-handed. Yeah, that's not even the Sword of Truth, man. Sword of a Trap. Oh my god, they actually put it in the role-playing book. Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. But yeah, that's definitely a Death Knight type of sword. Danuser doesn't even have something that's similar to that. Never mind. So... yeah, so this might be one of those things. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know. Anyway, so far, that's the good news. Bad news. It's unverified. This former Overwatch dev made a Twitter thread about the state of working at Blizz. It would seem that absolutely nothing has changed despite what we've been told publicly. This is specific to one team as an entire company. Let's see. Cut that. Chris Sayers. Of course, it's like cutting off here. Hang on. Can I actually... blow it up a bit? Bookmark, likes, quotes, reposts. I'm sorry that it's cut off. It says, so enough time has passed now for me to talk about why I decided to leave Blizz. Mixed year with great teammates, but a management that mistreated, lied to me, gaslit me, gave me fake promotions, and HR that refused to help. There's a guy. So, oh, maybe that's why. I don't know if he's an ally or not, but who knows? 2 decades of a systemic rot. Pretty much. Fortunately, there's a lot of companies that behave like this, and sometimes they start out good and they go to crap, or they go to crap and they get crappier. I've never personally have seen like companies actually go to better easily. And I have had a lot of jobs only because, you know, most of the time I worked as a temp. Yeah, sometimes it does take a long time. And sometimes it just really never happens. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny that Danuser's gone. It might be the reason why Betson's in. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. But, you know, I'll take what I'll get. But I'm really hoping that things may improve. It would be nice to see that. All right. Oh, we managed to get some things done. We had some heartbreak, but we did get some things done. Some of that was really easy. So, and then my screen broke. So we might as well just continue on here and turn in what I was supposed to be turning in yesterday.
Talk to me. Glad I could help.
Do you have those shards yet? I'll give you a decent cut up on the profits.
Keep it real.
Ah, these will do nicely. Yes, quite nicely. Here's your cut. And it was a pleasure doing business with you.
Hurry back.
The venture company has a string of operations throughout Stranglethorn, which keeps hard-working goblins like me from making honest gold. Please, you must help me. The venture company is mining near the Crystal Vein mine to the north. They can't get into the mine because of all the basilisks, but they're still able to dig up singing crystals from the surrounding hills. Take their crystals from them and show them they don't have run of the jungle. And, bring me those crystals as proof. Ooh, a new wand? Ooh. Look at that, 46 to 85 fighter damage to go boom!
Glad I could help.
Oh yes, I want that wand, yes. Hell yeah. Extra kaboom. I like the kaboom. Oh no, the Bloodsail Buccaneers aren't happy with me.
Time is money, friend.
About the trolls. Tough buggers, aren't they? Well, have you had any luck? Sorry to seem impatient, but this has been a huge thorn in my side. Well?
Keep it real.
Ah, good work, good work. Though you could have done a better job cleaning off the... well, no matter, no matter. My thanks to you. Our operation will no doubt see increased output and productivity thanks to your help. Good, good. Now down to the matters.
Hurry back.
And he doesn't say anything yet. Okay. Let's see. So I think the... Let's see. Oh, okay. Where is he? Well, I think he's lower. I do not care about your heights, your highs, nor your lows. Don't do your thing yet. I don't know how to use stairs. Okay, it says upstairs, alright. See, once we get more of an audience, I'd like to do some video watchings and such. My kitties want in. Oh, come on, screen. Stop going in and out like that. I hate that. They know I'm working, and that yet they're going to make as much noise as possible. Oh, I hate this place so much. Where do I go? Okay. Looks like the far cabin. You.
Yo!
My equipment is all ready to go. I just need those skins. We don't want to keep Riddlefox waiting, that's for sure. It's not a good idea for anyone to keep the chief inventor of the Tinkers Union unsatisfied.
Have a good one!
These skins should do. Their quality isn't too important, given that they'll make up the inside layer of the boot. But it's still important that they're comfortable. If they're a bit too rigid, I can use some tiger blood to soften it up. Tricks of the trade, you know.
Be good!
Alright. Well, I've got the basic shape of the boots worked out, and they're coming along fine, but the skins you brought aren't going to be quite enough for the inner layers. What are we going to do, Drizzlick? No doubt it's just a question on your lips, and well, it isn't lucky that you're talking to Drizzlick because he's going to tell you what we're going to do. The inner layers will never really be seen, so we'll just get some of the thicker, cheaper skins from the crocs around Lake Nazareti to fill the boots out. Alright.
Keep it real!
I could have done that, you know, while I was doing it, but, you know. Details. Alright. Oglethorpe Obnauticus. Oh, right! He has the robot chickens! Right. Yes, he has robot chickens. I'm looking at these goblin names. Do you think they just kind of slammed their foreheads into keyboards to get these names printed out? Or is it just me? I don't like their names. Oh, that's right. You've just got the, extra bonusy type stuff.
Can I help you?
I used to sail a ship from here all the way to Ratchet in Kalimdor. I was a successful captain with a sterling reputation until those cursed sea giants ruined me. They smashed my ship, killed my crew, and sent me on a lifeboat to Booty Bay. And one of the giants, Gorlash, stole my captain's chest. He said he wanted it for a snuff box. The nerve! I heard Gorlash wanders the coast east of here. Find him and get back my chest. Do that and you'll have earned a captain's gratitude. Alright.
See you around.
Pretty sure I can't do that yet. Let's see, what do we got here? Not even the thing I can use. Okay, some assembly required is pretty easy. So, let me get a flight out. And we'll work our way down Booty Bay yet again. For some reason, I have mail. Oh, it's probably because I found that one elder yesterday. That's probably why. I'm still wondering why they did it. I kind of know why they did it, okay? So, when we have a Zandalari here, but he looks like any other troll, right? He's got the bad posture and everything, right? So, there were a lot of people that didn't really care for that because the women stand up with great posture, right? They don't slouch like the guys do. And they wanted that for the guys also. So, eventually, when we got...
Watch, get her back.
Zandalari in the story for Battle for Azeroth, they made all the trolls stand upright without slouching. And then gave everybody the option to be a Zandalari troll to, unlock that so that they didn't have a slouchy troll if they didn't want one. But, of course, it's a specific type of troll. I think they did that just so that it was clear that it was a different kind of troll. I'm not sure. I think they just wanted to satisfy the player base that gives a damn. And also visually give them something different to look at. Now, I'm sorry. I keep looking at my griffins here. The griffins here look so much better than the griffins we've got now. They don't look like they have chicken wings. They don't look scraggly. Hey, that's a healthy griffin. And when they're going to eventually implement the new version in here, I am very sure of it. I hate the look of them. It's like they used to be so pretty. This is pretty. I like this version. Everybody else is like, oh, it doesn't look so poly and everything. And it's like, no. It looks like a chicken. It's flying on chicken wings. The just bad looking wings. I don't know. I don't particularly care for it. What can I say?
Hey there.
Do you have those fetishes? They might hold the secret to Curzon's degradation, I must know.
See you later.
Thank you. I will study these fetishes and see if they hold the secrets of Curzon's fall into evil.
Safe travels.
Gonna do anything there, bud? No. Of course not. How are my pockets looking? It's actually not bad. Gotta turn that in. Alright. Let me buff it. Not you. Me. Thank you. Okay. Horsey. Oh, I hear my cat's misbehaving outside, of course. Cats. No. 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 Nope. Nope. There's your cat's
King's honor,
tooth.
friend.
Bagthera can prove to be an elusive beast. There's that. I got it real fast,
For the
damn.
Alliance.
So the great Bagthera is dead. Cheers to you. You are a mighty mage indeed.
Light bless you.
Big deal. Alright. Everything is turned in. Alright. Let's go. No. What the hell? Shouldn't have noticed me. Oh, look at all the trolls. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to get on a bit earlier because I have no plans for the day. So I'm going to try an earlier stream. Let's see if we can get some more people kind of looking in. Who the heck did you lead me to? Well, yes, it's a place I didn't get on the map yet, but... Give me the credit so I can get away. Yep. My cats are such brats. Well, it's a kitten. I mean, technically he's not a kitten, but he has the mentality of a kitten because he's over a year old, so... What did I get hit with? Whatever. Whoa! It's sitting right on top of it. I'm good. More of them on the other side. Ooh, mystery meat. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Another one of those, I'm going to have to clear the area out like 3 times over. I don't even know if Danuser's the one who's responsible for the whole women do not take vengeance They must forgive constantly, without question, narrative. Or else bad things happen to them, kind of thing. Like Sylvanas. I don't know who came up with that story. I would like to know who came up with that story, because I would love to have a nice little vengeance story for women. And they get what they need to heal with without having to just capitulate to the guy that wronged them. See Jaina and Thrall. Because, I mean, story-wise, this happened even to Tyrande. I mean, she did get some kind of revenge, but not the revenge she really wanted. Because of a near genocide of her people. She just wanted to pop the head off the ringleader. I mean, come on. That's all she asked for. I mean, she did get the Thanos. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful scene. That will always hold a warm spot in my heart, because that was just beautiful. That was the best scene ever. I'm sorry I could not do the death blow on him, but you know what? It went to Tyrande, and it couldn't have gone to a better person. And now we'll probably never see him again. And that's... I am so fine by that. Because, I mean, I do have a Horde character, and then... You know... How's it going? It's just me ranting about bad writing in retail. Don't mind me. I was saying that the beheading of the Thanos will always hold a special place in my heart for Warcraft history. I'm sorry I could not do the death blow, but you know what? Tyrande earned that one. But there's just some themes in Warcraft that I have a problem with. Oh, I appreciate it. Stick around if you feel like it. We'd love to have you here. Woohoo! We're done with that. Amazingly, that was a lot easier than... No, that's fine. I mean, I kind of poke around on my listings to see if there's anybody around, and I saw your name in the list. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I have my own mana break. Some Coca-Cola. Keeps me going. Although I regret it with a stomach ache. Anyway. Another aches. It doesn't agree with me really, but I need the sugar and I need the caffeine. It's late. I've been up early. Oh, sure. I mean, if you have any questions on story content and that, hit me up. Eventually, I intend to have videos up that are going to go through storylines in these zones, starting with classic or vanilla, whatever you want to call it at the time, and going through there and then tying storylines together. Because the classic, it definitely goes all over the place story content wise. Dang it. No. Bad crosscliss. Oh, good. Panthers. Anyway. Up, 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 up. And, I do plan to do, like, videos of zones and different lore and tying stories together, with updated twists and stuff, because there's a lot of people who have done lore videos out there, but I don't know how updated they are since I stopped kind of watching them. What can I say? I just have to have the time and the energy because I've got so many things I'm juggling at the same... Oh, jeez. Nope. Too many gobs. I just have so many things that I'm juggling at the exact same time, and I'm trying to, like, balance all my work. There's so much going on in this story. Oh my god, this preview for Outland right here. Stop! Stop following me! Really? The one next to you. There's so much story content in here, and now that I know that certain people have left Blizz, so much story content is gonna go by the wayside. So there's so many dead ends, really. I mean, I'll make note of it, but expect that there's not going to be an ending to it, just because the person who was writing it may not be there anymore. Like, I was just covering Steve Danuser being allegedly not working at Blizz anymore. And this might be why Metzen is back. I don't know. Holy cow, he's a level 41. You stay right there. Take this fireball. So now I'm not sure if, like, some of the things I was predicting is even going to happen, only because... Oh, shoot. Go away, kitty. Only because the writer that was focusing on that kind of stuff isn't going to be there anymore. This should be interesting. I'm hoping for something good coming up next. It almost seems that way. And if it's a good enough conclusion, I think I'd be fine with that. If it's still leaving doors open, but they're never going to follow up on it, I have a problem with that. Yeah, when I saw those titles too, that was my thought also, that was going to be it. That they got the last 3 and that's it. Or they've... Okay. So, when we're going into book stuff here. When they were finishing up Wheel of Time and the original author passed away, he assigned somebody to finish writing the series, so you know, none of the fans would be left wanting for what was going to happen next. He didn't want to leave everything on a cliffhanger since he already plotted out how the ending was going to go. And he was planning for all of this stuff to be in one book. And when the author got it, he looked at it and said, no, he can't have one book here. Or this. He ended up taking all of that material and he made a trilogy in that. So a book series that was already at book 12 ended up being to book 15 at the end of it all. And even then, the ending was very abrupt. Because pretty much the main stuff is over. Why are you still here? Go home. Kind of thing. So, I have a feeling that they have this idea. They split it into a trilogy. And that will conclude all of that. And then they'll move on to another chapter, if you know what I mean. Because from what I've seen for Final Fantasy XIV, and what I've been told, because I'm still in vanilla content, sad, they basically had ongoing story in about 3 or 4 expansions. And then they changed. Once that story was concluded, then they changed viewpoints and started up another chapter. Shoot. Run! Hopefully I froze him. Nope. Oh, Jesus, a 42, man. Ah! Run! Run away. Okay, we're good. Anyway. So, they might be actually taking a page out of how Final Fantasy is being written right now for, like, okay, you've been waiting for this moment. Azeroth is supposed to be born. And we're getting to that point. I mean, she is awake, she is conscious, and she's already, I mean, claiming things as hers, shall we say, because I don't know how far people have gotten into the story for yeah, okay, my theory on the sword. My theory on the sword. My theory on the sword. I have been predicting this all over the place. Okay? If Azeroth is been, like, they're speculating, she's been locked away into this world. She's not going to be hatched. She's locked away. We saw how Argus turned out. Maybe that was just the way he was going to be. Azeroth herself is supposed to be the most powerful Titan. Probably even more powerful than Sargeras. Was Sargeras passing his sword to her to take up when she is free? This is my theory, is that he's giving her his sword because he's already taken out the Pantheon once, and we've reset it. And we don't know what their true intentions are, honestly. They're just claiming things. They use this planet as their playground. I heard that. Damn it. They're too powerful. I can't do it right now. Goblins are too strong. Can't do this right now. I may have to do some skipping around before I can do some of these. I hate that. See, my guesses were, I don't think he was trying to actually kill Azeroth. He accidentally nicked her, but I don't think he was actually actively trying to kill her. It was either he was going after one of the Void Lords because that particular area has Cthulhu locked away. Now, we had already killed him, right? But probably Sargeras doesn't quite know that yet, or he knows something more than we know. But my biggest theory is that he was actually putting the sword into the stone either to weaken the bonds that might be holding her back, or giving her the sword so that she can take up his cause. And the other thing is that it doesn't mean this world is going to end either. Because Argus, the planet, still exists. Why it's broken is only because of the Burning Legion and all the fell energy that is seeped into the planet kind of tore it apart. Not to mention that Illidan pulling the planet over closer to Azeroth made it break and shatter a bit. So when Argus was born, it wasn't the world that shattered then, it was from outside forces that made it shatter. So there's a very good possibility that the world, the planet Azeroth, will still be there when the Titan Azeroth is born, or released, or whatever it is right now. Because they've been saying that there's been some shady stuff going on about the Titans. We don't really know what their intentions are. I mean, we obviously have some dragons that don't trust them. And that they're not explaining why very well. I'm reading the book. I mean, I'm still not sure what they're upset about, except that they keep doing this stupid garage thing where it's like they see things as being an abomination and then become an abomination themselves. So I'm like, they have good stories. Do they have them as audible? I thought they had some of them as audiobooks. Oh, heck. I mean, if you could tolerate my voice, I was going to do reads of these books online. If anybody was like, you know, I honestly thought there were some audiobooks on these. I wasn't sure, but, you know, I am more than willing to, like, you know, do some reading online. Like, was stream, we have story time, and we go through, like, a trilogy or something like that that pertains to, like, whatever content somebody wants. I mean, I am, as you could tell, I am more than willing to do, like, read story stuffs and that. I actually miss the freaking... Oh. Can I just get a level? Thank you. Almost to a level. Oh, jeez, I was waiting for that dinosaur to get right on top of me and chew me. Anyway, but yes, I was definitely thinking of doing, like, reading and such, especially once I get my avatar ready. I've still got about 10 more days before I get my, VR character.
I'm out of range.
Because I honestly do not want my face online. There's some people I don't want them to know that I'm trying to work on things because they are actively sabotaging me, and we'll leave it at that. There's some awful people in the world, and sometimes I just kind of collect them. Anyway, but yeah, that was one of the ideas I was going to have, so that we can go through more story content that way. There's so many books and short stories, and there's like different little cinematics and stuff like that, and there's some cinematics I didn't even know existed, and I was like, geez, I wish I had known about them before I started playing this particular expac or something like that, you know? It took them a while to actually come up to that, but, you know. Excuse me.
I need to get closer.
I'd rather not. I know a lot of people that it's hard for them to read, either because they don't have time, they don't have the energy, there's dyslexia, there's all sorts of stuff, and sometimes people just want to listen to, you know, somebody read the book. And if you don't mind my interjections and stuff like that, as, you know, I cringe through some storyline or some sort.
It's too far away.
It was one of those things about Warcraft that it's like, it's so expansive and it's so big, and they added so much lore to this game that it's not something you can just put into any one video game. And my spouse was always complaining about that. She was like constantly going about, you know, I shouldn't have to like try to track down this book so I have some kind of idea what's going on with such and such. And I'm like, yeah, but then again, who's going to play through all that? Me, because I'm crazy like that. I would, but not everybody does. And especially since this game is now catered to more of an endgame type of player who just wants to do quick content, do the raid, do whatever it is. But, you know, whatever they do at endgame, usually it's like, it used to be mostly PvP. But it's not that way always. So I'm not quite sure what is the drive for Endgame. Except for trying to get all the world firsts titles and such like that. And I do not have any of that at all. But, you know, I am more than willing to be a book reader for others. Because it gives me an excuse to reread these books and go, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, I appreciate it. I'd be very happy to know that there was a market for such a thing. Woohoo! 40! Okay, well, I am the person for that. Good lord, do I know too much about everything. I get involved in a story. Like recently, right now, my biggest lore dump that I'm doing right now is the Remedy verse. And with the Alan Wake, Max Payne, Control, anything like that. That's been my recent, like, lore dumping that I've been doing. And I'm just getting very heavily involved in the story for that. Without, I mean, I have not exactly played it. I have watched it played, and I find it fascinating. Especially when they go into, like, multiverse, weird stuff, practically Stephen King kind of mind crazy stuff going on. Like, what the hell is going on here? And I'm just, that kind of stuff, I go crazy over. So, not to mention there's a lot of cute guys in it. But, and kick-ass music. But, you know, the whole story was just fascinating, and I got so many theories going on for that, and I'm like dying to find out if I got any of them right.
I need to get closer.
I went on a huge lore dump on Dragon Age after I had finished, like, Dragon Age 2. I have actually played 1 and 2. I didn't get very far in 3 because I just did not like the way it played. But I had replayed, like, Dragon Age 2 I don't know how many times. I think I just liked the sarcastic comedy in it. I mean, when you got Varric and you've got Anders, and when you get them on your side and then they just hit anybody who dislikes you in the slightest, and they're starting with the sarcastic humor on everybody, it's just so funny. So I went into a huge lore dive for that and bought all those books, and I didn't read much of the novels for that one because it was like a preset universe that really didn't align with the way I set up my story, so it but I read all the background books on it, so I had a good idea about the history of Thetis. And that's the thing I just do, is that almost anything I really get excited and really involved in, I end up doing this lore dive. So I seek out any kind of media on it and spend like maybe a year or so just going absolutely bonkers over it. Chatting anybody who said that they were a fan of it, chat their ears off about my theories and stuff like that. And that's like half of my channel right now, anyway. Was planning on doing like a series called Overthinking, where it would have like theories and such for things that normally don't have too much of a theory on the story. And I mean, it's not going to be like Matt Pat levels of insanity, because I find him annoying. And a lot of people do. But I do really like going through stories and figuring out things and seeing if I'm guessing.
How are ya?
If I got where the story is taking me right.
Off with you.
Yeah. Dude. We have on ourselves a true raptor slayer. Nicely done, fair lady. Yeah, okay.
Safe travels.
I think I've seen Tethys around. Because you proved yourself to be such a go-getter in the jungle, let me tell you about a ferocious raptor that even I have failed to kill. Ajax here calls this wily raptor Tethys. If you want to prove yourself a true master, kill Tethys and bring me his talon. It would be a feat that no other big game hunter has accomplished.
Watch your back.
Yeah, you can tell I actually care about this. Where is it? Bailey Gorabashi Arena. Okay. I know. And this is just Junior. This isn't even the old man. That's what gets me. I love the whole joke that they had in Lich King, where the Night Elves made their version of PETA and were going after all the trophy hunters out in Northrend. Oh god, I loved that quest line. That was so funny. No, I found it pretty cool that in Dragonflight, the senior has decided to, put down his gun and actually work to do conservation instead of, big game hunter. I thought that was pretty cool. Speaking of wrapping up things, that seems like it's a big wrap up too. When you're going through that. And I'm fine with the tying up of loose ends, I kind of hope that there would be more to it, but you know what? I have so much to cover on this, I could use a break of any new content. You know what I mean saying?
Hey!
Cripes. This gnome says, we were spliced in the main brace. Something fierce. The Overcliff click. Old hinterlands just In the distance, though the seas was going to swallow us whole, old Slim knows all about liquid courage. Captain had a crate of Popelaveros port, were commandeered from a privateer and rode to Stormwind. So when that storm off the hinterlands hit, I busted into the grog. Big wave hit and tossed the bottles overboard. Captain is gonna give me a taste of the cat if you don't help me get it back, though.
Off and away.
At least I get booze out of it. Oh, that's a great guild name. Worst guild ever. Love it. Oh, I love it when people get creative. Let's see. Is that a book I spy? It is. Let's see. Follow Quailthalas. We have already read that. I can read it again. Sunwell, the fall of Quel'Thalas. Okay, so this is during the Lich King era. Though he had defeated all of the people he now saw as his enemies, Arthas was still haunted by the ghost of Kel'Thuzad. The ghost told Arthas that he needed to be revived for the next phase of the Lich King's plan. To revive him, Arthas needed to bring Kel'Thuzad's remains to the mystical Sunwell, hidden within the High Elves' eternal kingdom of Quel'Thalas. Arthas and his scourge invaded Quel'Thalas and laid siege to the elves' crumbling defenses. Sylvanas Windrunner, the Ranger General of the Silvermoon, put up a valiant fight, but Arthas eventually eradicated the High Elf army and battled through to the Sunwell. In a cruel gesture of his dominance, he even raised Sylvanas' defeated body as a banshee, cursed to endless undeath in the service of Quel'Thalas' conqueror. Ultimately, Arthas submerged Kel'Thuzad's remains within the holy waters of the Sunwell. Although the potent waters of eternity were fouled by this act, Kel'Thuzad was reborn as a sorceress lich. Resurrected as far more powerful being, Kel'Thuzad explained the next phase of the Lich King's plan. By the time Arthas and his army of the dead returned southward, not one living elf remained in Quel'Thalas, the glorious homeland of the High Elves, which has stood for more than 9,000 years, was no more. Now, they word that as that every single High Elf was killed. And that can be so. But that doesn't mean that every single elf was actually ever destroyed. And that's why we still have some hanging around to this day. It was supposed to be that basically the High Elves were completely destroyed. And then it was retconned so that High Elves could be playable as Blood Elves. So the way they reworked the story is that they eventually had it where Kael'thas led what was left of the Blood Elves away to Outland, because they were promised a new source of magical energy since they were starving without having the Sunwell. It was supposed to be that every single one of them had left Azeroth and went to Outland, and they changed it for Burning Crusade to say that some of them stayed behind. And that's your player character, is one of those. Not to mention that when you're actually playing Classic, you actually do see High Elves here and there. Like, one of my mage trainers is Elsher, and she's a High Elf. We go to certain areas, there's still some High Elves kicking around here and there. they're never really completely gone. And that was the thing. It's like when Teldrassil was burned down, yes, that took out a huge portion of the Night Elf population, and that also included Worgans. But that doesn't mean every single one of them had died, because, you know, they're scattered all across the world. So that was easy to rectify, and having like high elves still be around, and then some of them that were blood elves because they were traumatized by what happened at the Sunwell.
Yo!
I think you could read that as train wreck, but it's train wreck. I like train wreck better. I mean, it's a goblin after all. Oh, my screen's kind of clipping. Hang on a second. I didn't even realize that. Hang on 1 second. Let's see here. Game capture. It. There we go. Alright. He says, my cousin Tranrek is in a tight spot. He promised me a load of scarab shells weeks ago and hasn't delivered. He's my cousin, so I'd hate to have to send someone to Gadgetzan to break something on him. Can you speak to Tranrek for me? Let him know he needs to get that delivery together before I do something rash. Gadgetzan is in northern Tanaris and Kalimdor. Oh, jeez.
Glad I could help.
Well, that's a trip. I didn't expect that. Oh, where's that leather crafter? Tan your hide leather works. Okay.
Time is money, friend.
Drizzlick's Excelsior leather boots. Finest workmanship. 100% high quality saltwater crossless skin boots. None finer. Can you beat a glowing description like that? Can you? Except maybe you have those skins for me.
Have a good one.
My boots are like sausages. Looks great. Tastes great. I tell you, they're filled with nothing but the finest ingredients and meats. And if you eat it, and you love it. Safer and more enjoyable if you just trust me and don't ask too carefully what's really inside. Yeah, I don't think I want to ask.
Be good.
You're right. I don't want to. Oh God, I'm friendly with Booty Bay. Yeah. I don't know if I care for that. With the inside finished, all that's left is to add the outer layer. For this, I use only the best Elder Croc skins. They are more durable and a better canvas, if you will, for adding the designs and accents that make Drizzlick's Excelsior line. It's hard to find that perfect skin, though. The only one that fits my plan is the skin of an Elder Saltwater Crocolisk. The Elders only come out to defend the other saltwater crocs, so you might need to kill a few to draw one out. Ugh. And then I get a pair and they're leather and I can't wear it.
Keep it real.
Absolutely wonderful. Do I have anything to drop that I could actually use? I mean, besides foodstuffs. There's a belt. Armor's more, but I lose intellect. You know what? Let's go for it. I could use armor. And leather. Okay. Alright. What popped up? Can I find it? Oh, I'm filled up. I can't take any more quests right now. 43. 50. Ah, can't do that. Of course it's all the way up there. Captain's chest. Plus. Yeah, I can't do that for a while. You know what? I should be high enough to finish off these last in Duskwood, though. Because I'm level 40. I should be able to finish those. You know, let's do that. Let's do this. I've been up since 7. I don't suggest it. I thought the soda would help. It's like kind of helping.
Interest you on a pint?
Now, hang on. Okay. I should update my spells.
Off with you.
I'll update my spells, and then we'll go ahead and finish up Duskwood. Because I believe those are the last few things I need to do. I think. It's near the end. I do like the Duskwood story. I know it. I've done it so many times. I've been very familiar with how most of the story goes for Duskwood, but there's always something that I can't do on my own, and especially being a mage. So I kind of have to wait till I'm too overpowered, and it should be a lot easier to coast through it. So, yeah, I'm gonna have me an avatar in about 10 days. Yeah, depending on how everything goes on the build. So far, the preliminaries look great. And then I gotta see if my computer can actually handle doing animation and run the game and run streaming at the same time. I hope it does. Because I don't really have the cash to upgrade my computer yet. And I've already promised my spouse a new computer, so I must build theirs first. Because I already have a good computer. It's a good computer. It's just that it needs upgrades, that's all. But yeah, there are 2 books that pretty much go with Dragonflight. Now, there is a recently published book that I am currently reading right now. It's a bit slow going because I just need the time and the energy and the eye strength to actually read. But it's on my Kindle and everything. The other one was written long while ago about how the aspect dragons became aspects and their fight with Galakron. So we can absolutely take some time and do a reading of both of them. The book, you know, the novellas that become a book that tell of how the five became aspects, is written by a shared world author, Richard Knack, who I actually share a birthday with. So it's fun on Facebook that we go, happy birthday, yeah, same to you, thanks. It's kind of funny. There's so many people who have the same birthday as me, it's ridiculous. Oh god, he's got something for me to do. See here, we got a high elf here, Elsharin.
I am listening. What brings you here?
Ah, they updated her. She doesn't look as ugly as she used to look. She was pretty scary looking originally. They've updated the sprite so she's not as scary looking, but holy cow. She was not quite pretty. Ooh, yes. Oh, I hate it when they get so expensive. Okay, nothing there. I need that updated. Yeah, that's it. 3 spells. That's all I can do. Not a penny more. Oh shoot, I got a talent point too. I gotta spend. Yeah. And update my stats. Because I got new arcane missiles. Yep. And Frost Nova, since I still rely on that. There we go. What do you want?
Need help?
Journey to the marsh, return to the marsh, and to Tabitha's task.
Have a good one.
I know what that is. That's all in Duskwood. Which I do have stuff that I need to do here.
Greetings.
Oh, it's funny. This guy's a racist. If you ever watch Andromath, every time that there's a Drakthir around, he does rude gestures at them. Ah. Interesting. Our mages are conducting research at Netherguard Keep in the Blasted Lands. Research vital to our understanding of the dark portals. They require nearly constant supplies, but our supply line to Netherguard is tenuous. You must help ensure the supplies make it to Netherguard, report to Watchmaster Sorgal in Darkshire, and do as he asks. The task will take you to hostile lands. Prepare yourself.
Go with honor, friend.
That's a good thing I'm not taking that right now, because my quest log's full. But we are going to head off, and we're going to try to knock out Duskwood. And get that out of our inventory. How about that? Money is ridiculous in vanilla. I'm telling you. The economy, you're always freaking poor. Like, everybody was like saying, like, oh, save up, because you know, you're gonna need all this money for your mountain then. And it's like, you know how much I'm spending on spells? Get some of this junk out of my inventory anyway. Man, that was my belt of approval. Oh, I can disenchant that. I can disenchant that. I'm gonna need that. And that's disenchant. Never mind that. The hell do I do with this? Whatever. They're not keeping it.
Be careful.
Tired of wiping the floor with my face. Let's do something that is real freaking easy. Oh my god. Yeah, they started trying to drain the economy in Lich King only because of Mel Francis.
Well met.
The amounts that you can get in Dalaran
Be careful.
are very expensive, especially the mammoth that you get your repair bot on there. It's actually kind of weird because you've got 2 traders on your mount for that one, and only one of them does repairs. Both of them buys off your junk. I think one is like a general store. One would have like more specialized stuff for like quick crafting kind of things. Whereas then they come out with another mount that has 2 travelers with you, and one will be one that sells and repairs, and then the other one's a transmographer. And I'm like, that's a lot better than just having 2 salesmen and only 1 repairs. The one guy on mine does not do auction house. I want the repair and the transmog one to replace the other guy. One of these days, maybe I'll actually work on it. These mounts are insane. If I want to get the Alliance Chopper, it's a crazy amount of money. And then they came up with the black market auction house. I'm like, you're killing me. It's like I joined up a group about collecting mounts, and I'm just like, I'm still killing myself on Invincible and the Ashes of Alar, for God's sake. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Gold sellers. Back in the day, those bots were insane. Those things were everywhere. And that was back at the time when, like, say you're doing mining, right? They had these bots programmed to zip around a map and get those bits, the mining nodes, really fast. And you know, as soon as somebody mines that, you're out of luck if you just come to it. You won't get anything there. And they eventually... Oh my god, some guys trying to jump around the fence. Okay, that was funny. I see this horse springing everywhere. It's like, oh my god, he just can't bother to just... Dang. Oh, I see. So I could just talk to him, or I could get the breadcrumb quest. Interesting. Anyway, so... the bots that they had for gold farmers, holy cow. They were crazy. I once did mining just to get some extra gold for my character. That was nothing but heartbreak. I could not get to these spots fast enough. Alright, let's take care of these first. Oh man, I loved riding around with this big ass 40 on my chest plate here. I just like, yeah. I'm almost done with vanilla content. I would like to hit the other spots to show the stories, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to get to it before Kata Classic hits. I'm probably just gonna have to leave everything for recordings and just move on to like Burning Crusade. Which that was a really cool story. And then when I read Chronicles and to picture what actually happened to this planet is just scary, to say the least. Yeah, I don't know if you've been to Outland, but basically what happened was when Ner'zhul panicked and he started opening up all these different gates to other dimensions and planets and such just to escape. When he did that, he ripped the planet apart and tore himself apart in the process. And Khadgar was out there and he tried very hard to make sure that like the whole planet just wasn't completely destroyed, so that, you know, they didn't die along with his folly. So what ended up happening is that the world sits between two dimensions. The world exists both in the physical world. Yeah, fuck you, jitters. The world sits in the actual physical realm and in the twisting nether at the same time. So anytime you do like a flight over and you're like, oh, and now you're floating in the twisting nether. Yes, you are. You actually are. Oh. No, that wasn't where it fell. He's walking like him. Nope. regular spookies in here. I still gotta get that one guy. Oh, right. I gotta equip that thing. Shoot. I have to actually equip it, then use it. Waiting for it to reset. Okay. There's Morbid. Oh. Woohoo! Had some pocket change. Oh, I finally got a bedroom that doesn't have spooky noises in it. Amazing. No books in here. Nope. You would need more Ladim. I do. What are you? 29? I'm a mage, you silly goose. I'll help you waste them. Let's go. No, you need a 29. 15. Yeah, she's got the same thing. Yep, I see him. I'm going. You can sit right there, buddy. That didn't last long. Woo! Got him. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna guess she doesn't. She just needed that one, which is fine. Let's do the embalmer. See, I thought that... Now, I had heard that originally when they were gonna make Duskwood. Now, when you come over here and you've got this really hard to see through purple miasma kind of thing going through, I think that's what the whole zone was going to look like, because they said that when they were first designing it, they wanted to make sure that the creep factor was turned to like 100 and make it so hard to see, and you'd probably bump into the undead very easily unless you had a torch. And if you had a torch on, then you had no problems with see, but the torches were only going to last about a half an hour, like some of our buffs do. So you had to have a bunch of them on hand. But when they playtested, it didn't really work very well, so they just didn't bother with that. This is so much fun. Dig through the semi-loose dirt over the grave and find remains of coffin. Within the coffin, you feel the vibrating scrapes of clawed fingers and the gnashing of rotted teeth. We open the coffin and retrieve the embalmer's heart. Aber, is that you? Oh, I'm so hungry, Aber. Wait, you're not my husband, but he must have sent you, and you look delicious. Because she's undead. Dang it. Come on. Get rid of him. Quick. Grab it. Wait, there's no timer? There used to be a timer on that. Did they take that off? I guess. Huh. Wow. Okay. Yes, this one's complete, but there's no timer on it. Alright. Sweet. Yeah, he sent you to get be eaten by his undead wife. Such a wonderful guy. Sven!
What can I do for you?
Is Morbidfell defeated?
Go with honor, friend.
Morbidfell has been defeated. The Dark Raiders are still at large, but a small piece that which I had hoped beyond hope has come to pass. You have done the impossible, and your deeds will forever live in the legends of Duskwood. Go, and perhaps one day, fate may bring you back to me. And it does. Ooh, increased spell power. Oh yeah.
For the Alliance.
New pants for the Alliance. Where are those pants? Where are those pants? I need my pants for the Alliance. There we go. Great spell power. Oh, hell yeah. Alright. And the other two quests. There's a follow-up to Morladim, which is very heart-touching. The best part of these houses is that if you are a warlock and you can detect undead, you can look in these houses and you will find ghosts in them. It's a warlock only ability. It was one of those things that always kind of annoyed me, is like when they have a mechanic for a quest, and then sometimes they change it without you even realizing it. Because I believe that originally, when you got the Embalmer's Heart, you had her and 2 of her guards come after you. And then he had to grab the heart when she was down. And he had like 5 minutes to return it back to, what is the town called? Darkshire. So you had to like grab it, quickly mount, and run. While it was still technically beating, and you had like 5 minutes to do it. And I think after a couple of patches, especially now that it's becoming even more older content at this point, and soon to be erased content, that they just took some of the mechanics out. Happens, but I'm like sitting here going, okay, I know what happens with this one. I have to go, kill, survive, get the heart, run like crazy. See, I don't know, honestly. After Pandera becomes Warlords of Draenor. See, currently, the way they have it set up right now, yes, there's lots of story and content to be going through, and the people that be at Blizz have decided that Endgame is the end-all be-all of the whole game. So they took it to this pick an expac and go kind of thing, and you can't really play through the whole story very well that way. So I don't know. I honestly don't know, because you know what? I would frickin' love to play Legion again from the very beginning with the talent tree and your weapons. That it was really hard to get all the storylines because, you know, it was so get the story for each class and share it with your friends so you have an idea of what's going on. And then you also had to share between your alliance people to your horde people to find out what was the actual story that was going on just before Sylvanas took over. And they had to retreat. But to the alliance side, it looked like they were just going to leave us there to get beaten up. And we did. We lost our king. Long live Varian. But, you know, I would hope for Classic Legion only to do that again. That was peak Warcraft. Oh, so good. It totally made up for Warlords of Draenor, because that was disappointing.
Light be with you.
Have you found Eliza's grave? Do you have the Embalmer's Heart?
Light bless you.
You've done it. The magic within its heart will be proof against the Embalmer's evil, and a powerful aegis over the town of Darkshire. You have done a great thing for our people. Your name will be remembered in our annals forever. Woohoo, I get to be written down. Yeah, a little better. than the shoulders I got. Oh, I got both of them.
Be careful.
Where are my shoulders? Where are my shoulders, dang it? There it is. Thank you. Does that match? Oh, there we go. See, everybody goes on with like how outfits were absolutely ugly back then. But look how this ensemble goes together. I mean, this is perfect, right? You got, okay, I've got this little purple hat with this green trim. Looks really good. The green trim goes along with the green trim on the dress. And now I've got the shoulders that match to it. And then the purple, the hat matches the cape. The purple on there. And then I've got this hint of green in my staff. It goes so well. Even my gloves go well with it too. I mean, I swear it only goes stupid for like warrior. And then when you go to do Burning Legion, I swear to God, when you do the Burning Crusade, that's when, outfits get really ugly, and they also get very skimpy. And I don't like it. But only for certain characters do I like that. Once they introduce like the tattoos on your elves and that was hot. So yeah, then they got, not just the boys got skimpy stuff, I'll tell you.
Hey there.
Okay, the ending of Morladim. She goes, I don't blame you for having trouble with him. Some of our strongest watchers have been lost to Morladim.
Safe travels.
You killed him? That's no small accomplishment. On behalf of the people of Darkshire and the Night Watch, I thank you. But there's one small matter, however.
Farewell.
I should have told you this earlier. How do I put this? Morgan may have believed that his family was all dead, but in fact, his daughter, Sarah Lattimore, is now a watcher. She has always been troubled by the circumstances surrounding her father's death. Perhaps you can go to bring her the news. And
See you around.
she's nearby. Where is she? I see her marker. Where is she? There. There she is.
Light be with you.
Yes, my father. Her eyes become downcast, and she says, I wish there was something I could have done for him. If only I'd talked to him before he...
Go with honor, friend.
Here, take this and lay it on his grave. Maybe, somehow, he'll know that I'm okay, and that none of us hold him responsible for what happened. There are tears in her eyes now, and she slides a ring from her hand and presses it into yours. And thank you.
Safe travels.
So now we're going to take the ring over to his grave. See, I didn't want Skippy for my main, only because, I just want her to be a powerful mage, For elves, I guess it depends on how I'm playing them and what their station is, kind of thing. I kind of dress for the personality that I'm trying to give for each tune that I've got, What really makes it hard is that, like, my Lifeforged Janai, she's got those really cool glowing tattoos and all, right? It's real pretty in that. But I want her to be strong and powerful, so it seems a shame to, like, hide the tattoos, but to let them be shown too much feels like, I don't know, it just feels like it's a little out of character for her. Now, for my Nightfallen Warlock, and she's got those glowing tattoos. I think they're glorious. I like to show those off, so I will have a smaller outfit for her. But for my main here, she, you know, she's a mage who is trying to make a name for herself. So skimpy won't exactly be her thing. I still try to do some role play, even if I'm not actually role playing the character, kind of thing. Somebody get him, or is he just being slow? Here he comes. Tomorrow, well, technically Saturday, I'm going to be on a little earlier. I don't exactly know when, probably very early afternoon, because I think I'm going to try to do a speed run to get the trading post done, because there's things I desperately need from it. Oh, it's wrecking my shit. Well, I thought to engage that. I was wrong. I was wrong to do that. At least I shouldn't have aggro from it. Whoa, wait a minute. It's not rearranged stuff. I just gotta make sure I'm not in aggro range. There we go. Alright, that was a mistake. Alright. Let's finish this off. Everyone has their way of playing things. No big deal. I just find it that I was kind of laughing over it because I had gotten like new pants in the very first zone, Hellfire, whatever it is. I forgot its name now. I'm stupid. Anyway. And I got these pants. They call them pants. Not. I got part of my ass cheek hanging out of the bottom of them. I'm like, these aren't pants. I want a refund. I didn't order Daisy Dukes. Like, I'm glad I got a cape on, or I got a healthy breeze going up my ass. Alright, we are approaching the grave. The lonely grave. Because I must play this. Okay. And all you hear is a voice saying, "Leave me be." You put the ring on it. A ghostly voice sounds in the wind and says, "This is Sarah? Could it be she's still alive? The weight is removed from my shoulders. Take my sword, Arceus. As my soul is put to rest, I have no more need for it. It was forged to do good, and though I have proven myself unworthy to hold it, perhaps you will carry on the light through it. Liz, my love." And this ghost appears. He says, "My sword, Arceus, served me well in life, but at last my spirit may pass from the unhappy existence. I need it no longer. I shall cling to the love of my daughter, and hope that I will find forgiveness under the light for my sins." And he disappears. And that is the ending of Duskwood. It's kind of sad, really, that you have these people devoted to the light, and then we find out in grown Shadowlands that the light is very unforgiving. And it forces, and then in Legion we found out how they force their will upon others to strengthen their cause. Well, that's interesting. Duskwood Marsh is a little bit easier to go through than Stranglethorn right now. It's just sad how some things turned out. Now, I know that basically they were trying to put in a more Judeo-Christian kind of bend to everything, because then we have the light and we have the twisting nether. And then eventually the twisting nether just ended up being like a weird zone that spirits pass into, instead of like not the like anti-heaven or something like that. And then they decided to change all that into realms of particular power, which I kind of like more for fantasy than I do like imposing our religious views into a world that I would doubt has the exact same kind of view that we would have. Shadowlands put such a wrench in everything. It just upended so much. And when you I've always said this, when you start doing stories about afterlife, and especially when you do it in a video game, you kinda, it's like, technically it's like the end of your story, basically, because, you know, I mean, where else are you gonna go from there? But then also, it's sort of like a death knell to everything, pun excluded, that basically, he ran out of ideas. And there's plenty of ideas to be had. There didn't really have to be this whole, we gotta fix the afterlife system. Because that's all bonkers too. You know? I mean, it's good that we have it fixed, but if Sylvanas had blown a hole in the sky and went zipping off in there to do whatever the heck she was doing, we wouldn't even known that there was something weird going on. You know?
Hurry back!
I just feel it was a bad idea, because when you play a game like this, you need consequences for actions. So, you know, you mess up and you get your butt killed. They managed to make a mechanic for that. Like, that's not your time to die. Your soul got a little displaced. You gotta go back and sit back down back into your physical body while you're here when you're supposed to be a spirit instead. But for those that live there and are spirits, and to say that they go through another death, and that particular death is, that's it, you go poof, that's disturbing in a way. I mean, for, you know, those, some, I mean, for some others it wouldn't be any big concern, but like for some people it would be a concern. And considering that these people believe that they will get an afterlife where they're done with concerns, and then you go there and you see there are some major concerns going on here. It's not good storytelling. And then they did Sylvanas dirty. They did Arthas dirty. I cannot help but just have a lot of resentment for some of the things that we were put through for this story. It was heart-wrenching. It was really hard to go through. Some of it was very good storytelling, and other parts, it fizzled. So, if it's true from the LinkedIn that said Steve Danuser is out, he's not doing this anymore, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I still say, for somebody who said that he loves Sylvanas so much, that you did her character dirty, making her Garage 2.0. I'm not trying to make Garage 2.0. You did. You did. I have the tendency to rant a lot about some things. I hope that's not a deal breaker on anything. Alright, Alright, one of these boats goes to Dustwallow. How much you willing to bet it's that one? No, I don't think it is that one. I think it's a different one. Close to Northrend. I wish they made it more obvious which boat goes where. I believe this is Northrend, but...
Well met.
yeah,
Be careful.
that's Northrend. Oh, okay, I think that one goes.
Greetings.
Ah,
Light bless you.
which boat is which? That one goes to the other end of Northrend. I could even take the Darnassus one.
Elune adore. Be careful.
Whoops! Wait, it said Aberdeen. Why am I going here? Oh, I missed that phase. Why did I end up here? Oh, for heaven's sakes.
My, you're a tall one. Be seeing you.
Take me back! Yeah, you know, that was during that time where I was like so confused of what was going on, and that I had only like a vague idea about the Lich King and such. Death Knight armor! The whole Death Knight idea was an interesting idea. I don't understand. But the boat I need. I'll take any boat. Hold that boat. Stop sending me to Northrend. I am not ready for Northrend. There. Oh, just made it. That was one of the things. Like I was playing Wrath of the Lich King. I was keeping up pretty good with the content until I decided to enter a costume competition, and then that took up most of my time, so I got behind again. I always had a laugh because we were fighting. We are doing this tourney of jousting right outside of Arthas's home. why are we doing this? And it wasn't until the Chronicles that I read that, and it's like, oh, that's why. So the whole reason why we were having this tourney is because we lost so many people at the Wrathgate after what the Apothecary Society did, that they were holding these tourneys to find out who is going to lead the next wave of people that were going to be chosen as
Farewell.
champions to take on the Lich King. It's like, seems like such a dumb idea that we're just playing games right in his backyard. It was fun once, especially because I finally got the hang of doing jousting on there. That was pretty fun. I did like the jousting once I got the hang of it. I did that a lot. Oh shit, I didn't get that. Damn it. There are a bunch of quests I should have gotten. Damn. Now that I have the room for it. Oh, I might not be streaming too much longer tonight anyway. And this is a very long flight, so I can always go back on my leisure time and then come back here, and then we could pick up from there. But I think tomorrow what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a speed run to finish off the trading post to make sure I got what I needed. Oh yeah, there's your references to Pandarians over there too. The dead turtles with the palanquins on top of them. Because I was constantly looking at that and wondering, what the heck is that? Apparently, some of the architecture of the Night Elves is taken from Pandarians. They helped them rebuild from the destruction of the Well of Eternity. I forgot where that was written. I don't remember if it was in the novel or in the Chronicles, but I think it was in the novels. So it's up to you whether it's correct or not. Now, there's also errors in this area. Now, when you look at some of these statues that were flying by, they're high elves. And I don't mean... Okay, so when some of these places were all Night Elf territory, the section of elves that Ashara took upon herself, because they were all magicians, they all used magic and such, were called High Elves, the Highborn. But they didn't look like High Elves that we know of today, which we know also as Blood Elves. They still looked like Night Elves. So the ears would be down. Why are these statues with elves that have ears that stand up? Because that was like one of those things I was always confused about when I was trying to get my elven history down. I was like, wait a minute, they say that when they traveled and built Quel'Thalas, that was when they started to get like human skin tones and their ears were standing up instead of laying flat down. Why are these statues of blood elves? Oh, I love it when they make mistakes like that. It confuses the hell out of me when I was first playing this. Now, Warcraft has always been good in some places of the story, and they mess up in others. It's the way it's always has been, especially with the scope they decided to take it in. Just enjoy the view. Guess I forgot to grab some quests. Oh, I suck. That's alright. I'll pick them up and then we can continue on later. I can do that on my own time. Okay, that's interesting. So Northwatch Hall was fine until the cataclysm and then it fell apart? I thought it was just an abandoned thing that they took for refuge. Huh. There's a lot of stuff I just never actually covered when I was like trying to hurry up and catch up story-wise at this, because I got in late in vanilla. There's Theramore. Oh, you know what? I can get the my portal spell here. Oh, I probably don't have enough money for it. Shit. I bet I'm dirt poor for it. Ah! Oh well. Because then I can just port my way to Stormwind, grab those quests, then port back here, and then continue on. But I may not have enough money for it. Man.
Hello.
Oh, I'm so close. Oh, the teleport is cheap. Okay. Portals for everybody else. There. Problem solved. Okay. Perfect. I just gotta find some reagents. I'm all set. Haha. Anybody got reagents? I could use some. Anybody got some? I need some tokens. Nope. Alright. Whee! 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 There we go. How can I be in a town that's loaded with mages and there's no one to sell me a reagent? Let me check at the inn. Gotta be somebody in here.
What are you looking
Anything?
for?
Just foodstuffs.
See you around.
Is there anybody who's got anything? Jeez. Anybody here? No. How about here? Ate a woolly bush. Oh no. Is this a family in there? What is this? Why is everybody so skimpy with reagents, man? This is why we charge people for ports, because crying out loud trying to find somebody who sells this stuff.
Hey there.
Welcome to
For the
Theramore.
Alliance.
Yeah. Nope. Alright, I'll figure this out. Alright, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Because it was a long day. So, yeah, thank you for joining my stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. I love having people to talk to. Alright. For the end of stream show. Okay, I need 5 more followers to get to affiliate. I need that so bad. So, if there's anybody you'd think of that might want to watch or listen to me lore dump on Warcraft or anything else, read books, crafting, any kind of the sorts like that, or just, you know, we all just sit around and chitty chat. I'm here for that. Actually, I want to make that more of my job than the job I have right now. I thank you all for your support. And if you like my content, please do share links around. I'm sprucing up my page so it looks a little better. Making way for my new avatar to be coming in. Hopefully pretty soon. Like I said, I think it's going to be in about 10 days. I should have that. Best way to find out when I'm going to be online is you follow me on my Discord. There is a nice big old button on there now that leads you to Discord. I have a YouTube page. I'm putting up some of the VODs on there, but that is going to have most of my videos where I actually have them scripted for story content and lore dumps on there. Plus other stuff that I tend to do. There's some super ancient cosplay on there. If you want to see some of the work I've done, cosplay wise, and performance and stuff like that. I do have a Facebook page that doesn't get updated quite as much, but I do put up some announcements on there. Link will be up eventually. So, Saturday, I don't know when I'm going to be awake again. I don't know when I'm going to be fully conscious again, but I'm hoping that early afternoon-ish to be on. I want to see if I can possibly get more people in if I'm on a little bit earlier. It will be a speed run through getting the stuff that I want to get out of the trading caravan, because there's much I really want from that. But yeah, on the Discord, I will be announcing when I'm going to be online. But I am planning to do it a bit early instead of a late night stream. So keep your eyes out for that. And if you want to know exactly when my stream does go online, then, you know, if you hit the bell notification, you'll find out just by a message that I'm on. So I'll be back on in a few hours, I guess. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Might try to do a raid. Not sure. Alright, let's hit up. I haven't seen my grandma in a while. Let's go there. She's sweet. She's pretty hardcore. She doesn't know much on lore, but she is a hardcore gamer. She's pretty rad. So, look at me talking like an old person. Anyway, I am old. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Take care. We'll see you soon.